What's up, folks? It's me, aka Justin, and today I want to talk about not getting your designs removed. And this is coming from, at least in my case, TeePublic in mind. Because lately I've received an email. Well, first email a few weeks ago, next one this morning, getting a few designs removed. And not because they're copywritten, not because they were stolen or inspired by, but because of the content, the subject matter. They had to deal with kind of southern states and, Southern pride and Confederate flag type shit. Obviously not something that I believe in, but from living in North Carolina for a little bit and, hanging out with people that live, in the South, going two-track and or mudding with them, it's kind of people that would wear a t-shirt with, a Confederate flag on it. So I was like, all right, I know those people buy some shit like that. So let's talk about why those designs were removed. Going to the terms and conditions, read through the terms and conditions on whatever site you're on because, you're playing by their rules. So, obviously it's not copywritten, it's not infringing on anybody else's IP, but where is it at? Here we go. The content does not contain material that defames or vilifies any person, people, races, religion, or religious groups. Not that. Is not obscene, pornographic, indecent, harassing, threatening, harmful, invasive of privacy or publicity rights, abusive, none of those. But inflammatory or otherwise objectionable. I think what I got dinged on was the inflammatory part because there's a little bit of ambiguity and subjectivity to this, section, which is kind of basic, terms and conditions language. They have enough ambiguity to where even if they, I don't like that, they can hit you for it. So there's that. And also, TeePublic reserves the right to review and if in its sole discretion deemed necessary, remove any content from the website and or cancel your account, yada, yada, yada. So I think what the problem was, not so much that, the designs weren't offensive as far as what they were saying, but I think it was more or less that the TeePublic as the company doesn't want those kind of designs associated with and hosted and being sold on their website, which is totally understandable. That's, especially, not even especially, just, it's August 2020 right now. There's some shit happening in the world, or at least in the United States, that, those designs would just cause questions to be brought up. Why is TeePublic selling these designs when in all reality they didn't create it? They're just hosting it. So it's totally understandable. So that's kind of where the ambiguity, they reserved the right. I understand. Not mad at all. Whatever. Recommendation. If you ever get an email like that, I didn't mess up because the account's still there. However, I don't know, how they keep track of infractions or dings on the account, whether, it's time to remove it or whatever. But if you get an email where they remove a design from your account for any reason, recommendation for you would be to go in to that account and see, any design, if you have any designs related to the design that was removed, to go in and just, proactively remove them yourself. I didn't do that the first time because I didn't know that, the first email was like 6 or 7. I think there was only like 10 designs in total, about that. And even then it was like, here's a black version, here's a white version as far as the colorways go. So got the email a few months ago. And I was like, oh, no problem, whatever. Then I got one this morning with like just a one-off. And I was like, you know what, let me go in and just cycle through the 400 whatever designs on the account and make sure there's nothing on there that has to do with that subject. And boom, that's it. There weren't any. So that the account is in. There should be no more removals of anything on there. But at the same time, like I said earlier, I don't know what the standing is as far as, are they going to, am I going to get an email in 4 days saying, hey, guess what? We just closed your account. Good luck, have fun. Because I don't, there's no way, at least on the front end, to see how you're doing as far as infractions go. I'm sure if I emailed support, I could be like, hey, how's my account? But I also don't want to do that because it just brings attention to it. And it's just not, it's not that big of a deal. And this is going to come up on the next point I have. And 2, there shouldn't be any more problems with the account moving forward. And here's the next point I was going to make. And I got I got a star here because I don't know 100%. I'm not 100% sure about this. I'm not, I'm not, I don't work for TeePublic. I just use it. But I have multiple accounts. Okay. So if something like this happens and the account gets taken down, I have other accounts that are still in good standings, still, making money every month, still doing their thing. However, why there's a star here is because I don't know whether those other accounts, will be removed if this one account does go down. I don't know why they would, considering you need a new email address for every other account. Generally speaking, when you make a new account, you have different kind of content on there. But it could be a thing where, since they're going to the same PayPal account, they could be, some kind of jeopardy of being removed also. But I don't know yet. I don't know because I've never had an account removed on TeePublic. But, just in my experiences on other platforms and doing other things, having 10 accounts that make $100 a month and losing one is not as bad as having one account that makes $1,000 a month and losing that one. So that's that. If you start getting your designs removed for any reason, just go in retroactively, clean house, anything. If there's even a shred of should I or should not, yeah, you should. You 100% should, because it just can hurt you in the end. So that's my story. Peace. I got a solar panel over there because I'm going on an adventure soon.